So the question is, what do you learn on Celta? All right, so in a nutshell, there are two components to Celta. There is the input. That's where the trainers teach you, right, as a trainee. And then there's the output, or we call it teaching practice. And that's done all the way throughout the course, okay? So that's what you learn. Now, in terms of input and even the output, you learn how to teach speaking, reading, listening, and writing. Okay. You also learn the 4 systems. That's grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and what we call context. You'll also learn, obviously, classroom management and lesson planning, which is a critical part that's relevant or related to the teaching practice. Now, with the teaching practice, there are, again, few components. So there's the obviously the lesson planning. You do that at home, but before the lesson planning, there's what we call assisted or guided lesson planning, where you do the initial stages or the mapping out with the trainer, right? So you do that. Then there's just the lesson planning. Then there's the actual teaching practice. And you'll be doing one assessed teaching practice every week, 45-minute sessions. Then after the teaching practice, then there's feedback, and the feedback is done in 3 stages. So firstly, the trainer will say, all right, so how do you think you went? And you give them some sort of self-reflection. Then the trainer will say, all right, to your colleagues, or your classmates rather, okay, how do you think he went or she went? Then they'll give their feedback, and it's an opportunity for him or her, the trainer, to see whether the colleagues or the classmates are aware of the expectations. And then finally, the trainer will fill in the gaps in terms of feedback. Now, with the teaching practice, you're not teaching one another, right? That's not teaching practice, that's peer teaching. So you'll be teaching real students at 2 different levels, okay? And so these are real students who come to learn English. Now, they learn English for free, right? But it's about simulating the real world as best we can to assess you. And that's why Celta is probably the most recognized, not probably, the most recognized TESOL, TEFL qualification in the world. Okay, hope that helps.